Good evening, me family them all over the world. This Namankota. I dey come today as a Sierra Leonean living in the diaspora for talk to my brothers and sisters. We now Sierra Leoneans them also living in the diaspora. Um, the reason what make I want to talk to una today has to do with the benefits of all the diaspora, irrespective of we status na the diaspora. Whether you're a citizen of the country where you live, or you're a permanent resident, or you're an illegal alien, as America they say, or you're not somebody where gets legal status. We all know that now one great place where they born you, irrespective of who side you go, the natural birth place is always the place you belong. We all know that. Now, we all don't involve in with politics one way or the other for so many years. Some over 20, some over 30, some over 40, some over 10. But irrespective of all the involvements, we get one thing we bring we together. That's something where they affects the diaspora as a community. And we don't can find out, say, according to the World Bank, Sierra Leoneans, then they pump, the Sierra Leoneans, the way they in the diaspora, then they pump between 300 million to 500 million dollars na Sierra Leone economy every single year. So we na a stakeholder, irrespective of besides the fact that study them born with, but when it comes to the development of the country, we are stakeholders. And I want to make you forward this message after you don't listen to that, because it is very, very important. Now, we all know, say, there is a law in our constitution, I mean Sierra Leone constitution, where discriminates certain groups within Sierra Leoneans, and that is the diaspora. The constitution, the law we they call to SIM, where bar Sierra Leoneans the way get dual citizenship for contest, for position such as the presidency, parliamentarian, and even ban Sierra Leoneans for whole ministerial position, whether deputy or minister. This law ban dual citizenship. And we all don't discuss about this law for so many times. And this law don't affect so many lives. There are lives that are lost because of this law in the last election. We all see that, right? Now, our politicians, I'm talking about those in Sierra Leone. Before the election, when this law came out and a lot of Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora will be one for contest now in different constituencies were banned, the politicians say the first thing they do after the election now for try to repeal this law, because they acknowledge the fact, say, the law is discriminatory, right? So, almost 2 years after this law, they're not able for repeal this law. This now the things them where the law ban away from. You know, for contest for parliamentary election as alone, if you get dual citizenship. You know, for be appointed as minister or deputy minister, if you know dual citizenship. And you know, for run for presidency. This nothing don't pull out the diaspora. And we all know, see, some of we they actually participate one way or the other for influence the decision making of the country, but we realize say that something we is not enabled or is not effective. Because why? Going on social media and just the talk, it depends. Politicians that they want, and can take your suggestion or not. If they want, they know they take them. So we already don't realize that. And when it comes to Sierra Leone development, the diaspora play a pivotal role for develop that country there. It will be much more faster and better if the diaspora have a direct role in the decision making of that country. There are some way they say, well, they don't tell you say for making a vote, the only thing they know for vote for you. We all know say in a society that is endemic for corruption, the only way where your participation, indirect participation, is important that when you get the right for make you contest, vote for somebody and be voted for. Well, I don't want to talk too much on that. This is the situation we found ourselves. So we don't already they talk about this, but about 2 weeks ago, just like previous times, I bring some of the members of parliament for can know what thing they go on with this particular situation with the diaspora. 2 weeks ago, I bring Honorable Mohammed Bangura, and I want to make a listing before we go further with the talk.
Diaspora that have come out and spend all the life, and they want the family. Yeah, even there, we enjoy today democracy. Now because of you and me, we be out there. So because of that, I see no reason whatsoever why the diaspora don't get a direct say into our democratic process. A direct say into our democratic process. But you know, too much hypocrisy and double standard, they have their own politics.
Too much, yeah.
You day in now you will able understand how we can talk. All inside and another parliament. Today, if you grab and say you will introduce a bill in parliament, forget diaspora, the rights for contest and voted for. As far as your brother is there, they will almost tear you into pieces.
Wow.
That is the honest of my brother. Because of the hypocrisy, because of the double standard, because of the hatred that man has.
Alright, this now the revelation we get from a member of parliament, we very, very frank, we instead of not being diaspora, we actually one for missions in the diaspora, they get the rights we supposed to forget. But as my inside parliament today, if you introduce a bill for make then give the diaspora the right for make the able context for election, you see, in our quotes, then they tear you apart. This is not the situation where we find ourselves today. Well, what do we get for do as diaspora? You know, I not say we all get with different political affiliation. We get me an APC member, right? A very strong APC member. I not say whether you an APC member or SLPP or other political party in the diaspora. But those are affiliations. Now that make we call them affiliations. You attach to that. Anything we attach to, you're able to detach. So, what do we get for do as diaspora today? The people in the parliament very much against repealing this law because it benefits them. Now, the Tpn network don't they work on this for a very long time, as we all know. You know, we don't bring so many parliamentarians and talk about this. But one thing we real we get for facing, if we not stand up for solve we own problem, nobody will come and solve that problem there for we. Nobody. As I read from the member of parliament, the honorable, he correct. If I remember immediately after the election, can the Yumkela been try for put a bill for repeal that law? So they can't even they talk about that bill at all. They talk about that bill. And you know why? Just listening to Honorable Member of Parliament Mohammed Bangura, what he told me 2 weeks ago. It is us. Well, hey, I'm telling you, we can fight this. I know say there are so many pessimist behavior among the diaspora. Somebody they tell you, so we're not going to be able to fight this because the people they're within a parliament, if they're not, they vote nothing. These are some of the things. But one thing where I learned from where I born, I joined politics for over 2 decades ago now. One thing where I learned, you don't have to wait for everybody to be on board in order for you to start something. Historically speaking, most of the things that are successful today in the world started by few people, maybe 1 or 2 or 3. A typical example is our independence. It wasn't the entire country that sit down one day and say, you know what, we all they go fight for independence. No. It was a small group of people. Here in the United States, now every January, we celebrate Martin Luther King birthday, right? Well, at the time when they fight for civil rights, not everybody been saying, you know what, let everybody come on board before we fight for civil rights. They started with small number of people, dedicated people. And in fact, during that time, if you read the history, a lot of their young brothers, Africans, some of them, they undermine them. Then they're against them. Because the power that be, according to some of them pessimists, you're not going to be able to fight them. And I'm bringing this up for make I able to motivate now. Something like an inspiration for say, you don't have to wait for everybody. If you want to do something, do it. Now this will guide. If we are not standing up to fight for our own rights, to belong in the country that we are born, nothing else, nobody will be able to fight for it. Fortunately, with all the other pessimistic behavior of other people, we get the chance for making we able to fight this and win it. Right? We get that chance there, right? Well, like I said earlier in my introduction, according to the World Bank, we spend a lot of money in salon. We send a lot of money in salon. In fact, the diaspora, the money we would send, now the economy, is bigger than any other source of income, including the loans that we governments they take. So we are financially strong. We have that. We have the influence because majority of the people, I'm not talking about the politicians, the majority of the ordinary people, then they actually support the diaspora because most of them people, the diaspora, then they survive. Okay, so we get that influence there. Then there are another way. Now we don't know say at this particular time, the parliament, members of parliament will not tender that bill day for make them pass out. So can we use some of these means of fighting? Each member of this diaspora either belong to a political party where it contributes every single month, na in your chapter where it did. Remember, you always contribute for the benefit of your party and above all, your country. But your country, where you participate, you send that money, the people the way you send the money, then tell you, say, you don't belong. You are outside. Will you continue to send that money? So that's the financial influence we will get. I don't say it's very, very difficult. I don't get illusion, especially for some people right now, where then they look for job na salon. People where they look for job na salon. But if we come together, irrespective of we political affiliation, and say this is about the diaspora, it affects me, it affects you. So therefore, once in our lifetime, let's come together as a community. Let's fight this problem. Let's try to solve it together. We say we're not going to send money again to them political party until we get something from them about this particular thing. The good news is each of them political party then get power, then get influence and power over the members of parliament who get all the votes. If we squeeze the political parties, then go tell the members of parliament for pass that law. I'm telling you, this is reality. Because you know why? The Sierra Leone Constitution say any member of parliament in continuity for be a member of parliament dependent on a membership in a political party. And we don't get many independent people in parliament. We don't get them. So you see, that is a small, light where we were able to explore. Let's squeeze the political parties then. We'll be able to succeed. Then, we don't already create a Facebook group page where if you go to that Facebook page, then the Diaspora Initiative Project, if you type on it, you will see try for make you join that group there. So that we will start to discuss the other ways we will be able to fit this. Maybe we are a little bit late now for the 2023 elections. Maybe, or maybe we are not. But go there, if you really support this effort where we try for put together, for make we able to fight for we own rights na salon, go to that page there, for make you go join, then let's start the discussion. There are also other legal systems that we want to look into, for see if there's any way we will take this to the Supreme Court of Sierra Leone and see whether it is tenable. But one thing I want for now, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget for fail. Failure is sometimes not a bad thing. Like I said earlier in my broadcasting today, the acronym for failure is first attempt in learning. It's not the end of your life. In fact, sometimes it is good because it helps you to double your efforts to do more and look at other ways where you will be able to do for succeed. That's the meaning of failure. So, don't say, oh, we fail. It doesn't matter. If we fail one, sometimes that failure they will give you an opportunity for look at something that we never think about. So as a diaspora, let's take this seriously. Go in. On WhatsApp, we will begin for send the link to certain groups them. If you want for join, make you join. But we have to stand up for this. Otherwise, a lot of good people there, a lot of good talent. One thing where I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, very, very important for Mekuna understand is that you can say, well, I don't have to be a minister, or I don't have to be a member of parliament or president. No need for being a power before I able to help my country. A lack of understanding. You know why? there are no institutions, no strong institution where we're able you were able to help effectively to your people there. Other than that small group of people there, maybe in a village. You know why? The decisions that our politicians are making affect every single citizen of that country. For example, let me give you an example. Let's say man could target $1 million, $2 million, $10 million. We are for good investment salon. If there are no strong institutions where go able make me, I feel confident say when I go to salon, I go invest my money. That money they go, and then they go misuse them. And then they go there. And then they go there. Because we know say, if I put my money, because of the corruption within that country, there are people who always they go after my money for make them able to destroy them. And I can't do anything about that. So you see, the decision making of our leaders is actually a determinant for the success of every business or everything what you get for do with a country. So now say, I don't care. Imagine the diaspora begin go into politics, then begin go, go run for parliamentary and other things, and then begin bring in, the ideas that we then go land outside into the country. You just see how Sierra Leone, they develop rapidly. You just see that. So, this is about you. It is about me. It's about we all. Let's work together. Forget about your party first. Before you became an APC or SLPP or PDP or NGC or whatever political party you belong to, you are a Sierra Leonean first. If there is any way we can make sure we try for bring in the ideas, the profession, where some of them don't go land outside for car implementer for the benefit of that country there, let's put our neck on that. Don't forget, if you get any question, go to Facebook, send me a message. Or you can send a message to me directly or any member of this group. Okay? Now this, I just want to explain to you now. Don't forget, please, share this. Share this because this is very, very important. Will they take with time now Facebook or social media, the entire day we just they talk about all that riffraff, not so? Well, let's at least use a couple minutes for let we talk about the benefits of ourselves and the country. Share this and be part of this effort. Okay? We will announce when we want to hold the first meeting where we all get to sit down and discuss waiting at the way forward. But we already don't know, say, the guys over there in Parliament, they're not going to do that. They're not going to pass any bill over there. You heard that from one of their members. Do we want to just sit down? No. Let's start the fight. We get the instruments. We get the tools for 5 days. Very, very strongly. So, this I get from now. And we'll allow continue. Okay? I thank you very much.